We are live. All right. Let's just see if we can find it on here. Turn the volume down so we don't get the cross. All right. Perfect. So, all right. Let's see what we're doing here. We're just going to share this. Oh, I'm having trouble. Doing this. Let's see. All right. Okay. So it's a little difficult to do a live stream and share stuff at the same time. Welcome, everybody, if you're here. I am in the process of just getting this out there. We're going to share a couple times, and then we will get into our conversation. Let's see here. I want to, if you are watching, I see that there's a couple people watching. If you are watching, just go ahead and put a comment in, and I will know that you are here. And that way we can have a two-way conversation. I have a whole bunch of stuff we're going to go over today. I just want to get this shared a couple spots here before we get started. Let everybody get a chance to get in. Hello, Mama Red. Hey, Julie H. Mama Red, welcome aboard. Julie's one of our Patreon, and she's actually part of the reason we're here. I bought a bunch of stuff, getting ready for a few episodes here. We'll go over that fairly quickly. Again, I'm just kind of sharing. If you guys want to share on any of your Facebook groups, feel free to do so. Where do I want to? Let's share here. And we'll get into this here pretty quickly. I'm not sure. 4 people in chat. Hello, chat. We're just sharing to a couple groups here just so people have the opportunity to join us. We have a lot of stuff to go over today, and I want everybody who has any kind of interest in my channel and what I do to be able to join us. I'm going to share one more spot. Let's go to gold. So welcome, everybody. I know there's going to be a couple seconds of quiet here real quick, and that's just because we are sharing to our last, that's why, our last group right now. Cool. All right, last place. I just got this. My computer is slow. Actually, one of the things we're doing here right away, I think it's getting delivered this week, is a new computer. So we are on an iMac 27-inch right now. And we will be going to, all right, I'm done sharing. Let's get back into it here. We're going to be going to an iMac 24-inch, the new iMac 24-inch, which is supposed to be the M1 chip. It's supposed to be really, really awesome. Got some new speakers so that I can hook up to that. Now, a couple of the things that I wanted to share with you is I was using a GoPro 7 to do some of my field videos, and the video quality was good. Sound quality was horrible because you can't get any kind of additional speakers on there or anything at all like that. So we went and got the 9. Oh. The 9. So the 9 allows me to add speakers and lights and all kinds of neat little stuff. So we just got that in the mail. So that's going to be awesome. So that the video quality of our field stuff should go up. And we are also going to be going high banking now. The test panning is pretty much done. There might be, an episode or two of some test panning throughout the season. But now that we've test panned a bunch of spots, we're going to go ahead and go and actually high bank some of the better spots. So we will go over the high bank and stuff and the test pan review and all the different locations that we did all that stuff at in a little bit. But for right now, the first thing I want to do is go over this mail call. I don't think you can see any addresses or anything on here. And this is what's exciting. So this is the mail call. And some of the folks at the Patreon page were able to help me go ahead and get this stuff. This stuff is all for after the mining season is over this year. Then we'll have the fall season where it's just going to be either too cold or frozen to get out there. So we're going to go ahead and be doing some pay dirts like we did last winter when we first started the channel. So we're going to go through these pay dirts that we got. So we have ordered from a bunch of spots. We've ordered from Klesch Guitars and Across the Pond pay dirts and a whole bunch of other spots as well. Trying to get a various different sampling of pay dirts for everybody so that they can get a good chance to see what kind of pay dirts they are and maybe possibly, excuse me, so they don't have to spend a whole lot of money on different pay dirts that they're not happy with. So we'll just open these up as we go. So let's look at some of them right now. So we got Lynch Mining. We ordered a whole lot of stuff from them. They did send us a sticker, and they also sent us a little gold vial. Hopefully we fill this little Lynch Mining gold vial. So let's take a look at some of the pay dirts. We've got Gizmo's pay dirt. Geez, that light is awful bright, isn't it? Gizmo's pay dirt. So we'll be able to Black Label pay dirt, another Lynch Mining popular one. Lynch Mining Reserve pay dirt. And then we also have got the Lynch Mining Reserve pay dirt in a can. There's two different options. The price varies a little bit, but they like to sell these ones, I think. But we'll do these. This will be 2 episodes on a weekend, so you can see the difference between the bag and the can. What else have we got here? It's discovery. This is all discovery for me. I just haven't really had a chance to take a look at what's in the bag, so we're doing that together. Again, if you're in the chat and I haven't said hi to you yet, I am using the old-fashioned YouTube live chat. So the only way I'm going to know if you're in watching is if you make a comment. We've got Julie and Mama Red, so we're glad to see you guys. It says that there's 5 with us right now. So if there's somebody else in there, go ahead and let us know. Now here's some pay dirt that I've kind of been curious about for a while. And this is Diablo's Pit. Now, this comes from Lynch Mining, but it's from the Superstition Mountains. Now, I did a Superstition Mountains pay dirt that we did from Vendetta. If you haven't seen that episode, check that out. It's on my channel right now. But I wanted to try this, Diablo's Pit of Superstition Mountains, and this is a Lynch Mining as well. All of these are going to be Lynch Mining. And we only ordered the 2 cans or 2 jars of pay dirt. The rest are bags. And our second jar is the Reserve XL. So our first jar is the Reserve, and our second jar is the Reserve XL. As you can see, there's quite a difference in the size. And I'm not seeing anything crazy exciting, no nuggets or anything in here yet, but you never know. They usually make it so you can't really see them that great. What else? We got one more, and I think that is it, unless they put some kind of extra thing on here. The packaging was great, and with all these little popcorn thingies. Hey, Dream State Prospecting, how is it going? So yeah, all kinds of little miscellaneous is in here, but no more treats or surprises. So the stuff we didn't pay for, Lynch Mining sticker. This will be the second one we have. My wife took the first one. She's like, I like that. I'm keeping it. Because she got me a couple bags for Father's Day. If you haven't seen those, go ahead and check those out. And they gave us a little Lynch Mining gold vial. So this is what the difference is in size in the gold vials. So that's pretty neat. So hopefully we can fill it up with all these bags. I'll tell you what we got again real quick. We got a Diablo's Pit from Superstition Mountain. Super stoked about that. Hey, rediscoverers, how's it going, buddy? Did you get your shirt? I think I read somewhere that you did get your shirt, and as well as the Himalayan turquoise and the little gold sample rock. That's I hope you got that and you're happy with that. Gizmo's Pay Dirt. So Diablo's Pit, Gizmo's Pay Dirt. Reserve Pay Dirt in the bag. Black Label. So this is all black sands, like 90% black sand. This is going to be a real son of a gun. So, but that'll be fun. We got the Reserve Pay Dirt XL in the can and the Reserve in the can. I know, Shane, but I just want people to hear me say rediscover so they can go check out your channel after they're done watching this live stream. And then this is their original pay dirt. This was actually quite cheap. This is actually very inexpensive. I can't remember exactly what it was. I think it was like 15 or 20 bucks. But for a pay dirt, you know, that's close to a pound of pay dirt. That's actually pretty inexpensive. So we got threw that in. I mean, you know what? When you're ordering pay dirt, the reason I order so many is because I hate shipping. I hate shipping. So what I did was we got a hold of Lynch. They gave us a 30% discount on all these pay dirts. And so this is going to be some good stuff for the winter. They gave us a little sticker. That'll go into my sticker giveaways. We do keep all of our stickers just to throw them into a giveaway at one of our live episodes. And then this little gold vial, hopefully we'll fill that up. I don't know what we're going to do with that, all the gold yet. So we'll figure it out. I did find a nice little ring out metal detecting. Now, I didn't shoot a video of it because I'm quite embarrassed at my metal detecting skills, but it is 10 karat gold. So that's pretty neat. It's about, well, let's weigh it. I don't know exactly how much it weighs, but we're also going to be buying a better metal detector, I think. But let's see, can we put that where you can see it? 4.3 grams of gold. Now there is a little tiny diamond in it, which I can rip out, and then just a little enameling, but the enameling doesn't really weigh that much. So that's pretty cool little metal detector find that we had. What else? All right, so we went over the Lynch Mining order that we just got in. We went over the GoPro Hero 9. That's pretty cool. That should make this 7 look really small. Did I get? No, I did not get a new sluice yet. No new sluice. I'm still operating off my old gear, the one that we built. I am looking at at probably getting a better, more commercialized sluice that might be a little bit smaller, maybe easier to carry in or whatever. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. All right. So basically, this live episode, we're going to talk about all the places we went panning, test panning to be exact. The stuff that we were, excuse me, the stuff that we wanted to see if there was any gold there. Some places we had absolutely no clue because we never seen any videos on it. So the first place that we went to this year was the Little Red Deer which was our first episode. And again, you'll have to go back and check out these videos. I'm not going to put any clips or anything in here, but we will talk about how they went. So with the Little Red Deer River, we did 3 test spots, and we had 4 pans with decent gold. So we're going to call that okay gold location with episode 1. His access was super easy to moderate. You know, it was pretty easy to get down there. And as far as possibly setting up the high banker there is a ton of room for a high banker. So that's location number 1. We did the Little Red Deer River. And then episode number 2 was Coal Camp Road, on the Red Deer River. Now, there was still a lot of ice and stuff above where we were at, but where we were at, our location, we had 4 or 5 pans with some good gold, and it wasn't all that flowery gold that you're going to get in the Red Deer River. But there was some of that, but most of it was like mini flakes, which is, from what I understand, pretty hard to find in Alberta. So it was really difficult to pan at the Coal Camp Road location. If you watch the video, there was a lot of black sands in that stuff. But it was fun. You can park 15 feet away from where you're going to be either panning or high banking, and there is lots of space for high banking. So that's Coal Camp Road episode. Again, you can check all these episodes out on the channel. They're there. They're public. Then we went to Fallen Timber Creek. Now, we did 2 episodes at Fallen Timber Creek. The reason we did that, I will call you in a little bit, Tyson. And we did 2 episodes of Fallen Timber Creek, and the reason being, the first location we went to, it's okay to pan there, but it's kind of like a park, not a provincial park or anything, but they frown upon high banking, which I didn't find out until a little bit later. So I'm like, well, the gold there was good. Like at the Bergen Bridge, the gold there was phenomenal. Again, when you watch that video, you'll see what I'm talking about. None of the gold was where it was supposed to be. But when we did actually find the gold, there was all kinds of it. So that's great gold, and it's all in the banks. And there's very tiny amount of gold in the gravel where you would usually look for it. So watch that video. You park about 30 feet away from where you pan. And again, you're not allowed to high bank there. So then we went to Fallen Timber Creek Part 2. And at Fallen Timber Creek Part 2, we started off and it wasn't looking that great. Again, watch the video. It wasn't looking that great. And then we just kind of said, when I got frustrated, I just started panning right out of the edge of the water. And lo and behold, there was all kinds of gold. So that holy cow, I'm having trouble talking today. Fallen Timber Creek Part 2, there was good gold. I mean, in just the pans that we did, we got lots of color. Again, watch the video. I did a test pan at the end there to show you. It's about 100 feet from where you park. And all of my videos have a little map showing you where to park and where we went and stuff like that. And there is tons of high banking potential at Fallen Timber Creek Part 2. You can even take a motorhome down there and, about 100 feet away from where you're going to be high banking, you can set up your motorhome and all that good stuff. And then from Fallen Timber Creek, we went to James River. Now, this is one that I've never seen a video on James River, but it was interesting. And I said, well, I drive by it once in a while, and I'd like to see, I got the bug in me, and there's all kinds of gravel spots there and everything. So we jammed down there to try it out. And there was, it was a little flooded. We actually had to walk through some water to get to it. And, but we were just test panning, so it was not that big of a deal. But every single pan that we did had gold in it. Every single pan. And we've driven by twice since, and the floodwaters have since gone down. So I can only imagine that there's more gold there. And there is probably, if you, in the 2 or 3 mile span of the area that we were in, there's probably 100 places to set up a high banker. Excuse me. So once the flooding's fully done, I think that you could have 3 or 4 high banker group. If you have a bunch of people that are friends and they want to do some high banking, I think there's lots of locations where you could do that. You could set up and do some group high banking where you have your buddy down there or whatever. Or if you're just going to go on your own, there's even more spots for that. I mean, there's some spots, that it's perfect for one high banker. But there, like I said, there's a few spots where there's a couple spots for a couple high bankers. We did do, I see that in the comments, there's a little discussion about the Rediscovers Pay Dirt. We did do a review on some Rediscovers Pay Dirt. You can go check that out on our channel. It's quite interesting, and I believe I put a link in that video so that you can go to their website and go ahead and order. From the James River, we then went to the Clearwater River, which was the 6th episode of test panning that we did this year. The gold there was much larger than I expected to see. However, there wasn't a whole lot of it. There was some gold, it wasn't on the top 3, but then again, it wasn't on the bottom 3 either. So it was okay. Access for that one was a little difficult. It's about 120 feet from the parking. And you have to go through 2 little creeks to get out to where you're actually going to want to do some panning and some high banking and stuff. But you could definitely set up high bankers there. There's a campground. You actually drive through a campground's front gate and then veer straight left to go down to the river there. But there's all kinds of spots on the Clearwater that you could do some panning and stuff. So there is definitely gold in the Clearwater. Not quite as good as some of the other spots that we did. So I'm not sure if I will actually set up the high banker there. If we get time to do that this season, then we'll definitely go out and do that. But we will see for that. Then, so one of the first videos that we did was Innisfail to the Dixon Dam. So we've high banked at Innisfail Bridge, test pan there. There's gold there. Everybody knows that. Everybody's probably been there a time or two. But I wanted to know what was further up and to see maybe if I could find where the gold comes in to the river there, because there's a dam. Dixon Dam is, miles up the river a little bit. And I don't suspect there's a whole lot of gold coming through the dam. So I wanted to find out where the gold was coming from. So what we did was we just basically got on the back roads and followed the river up and stopped and test panned and stopped and test panned. And we ended up test panning just about a mile and a half south. I guess that would be north, mile and a half north of the Dixon Dam. And it was flour gold. All of it was flour gold. But there was a good amount of it. We did probably a dozen test pans there. And at least a third of our pans had gold in them. And you can park literally 25 feet away from where you're going to be panning. And there is tons of room for high banker. Now, if you're looking for a spot to go that's going to be nice and quiet, you can just set up your high banker. Nobody's going to be around and you can just do your thing and not worry about it. I wouldn't be going there. Anywhere near the Dixon Dam to Innisfail, that part of the river is quite populated as far as people using the river, all kinds of jet boats, all kinds of kayakers and tubers and everything else like that. So I might not necessarily be doing it there. But if you're okay with that, if you don't mind a bunch of people being around, then definitely give that a shot. There was okay gold. I mean, it was flour gold, and it's a little difficult to gather, and it doesn't have a whole lot of weight to it. But if you're there long enough and you work hard enough, you get yourself some decent gold. And then the last one we did, which I think I put out on Friday, I didn't even get. How's it going, Curtis? I don't even think that I shared that video too many spots. The Little Red Deer River, somebody sent me the location, so I told them I'd go out and check it out. We did. Barely any gold. Out of all the spots we've been to this year, that one was definitely the worst. I will not be going back there to Test Pan. I will not be going back there to High Bank. However, there is a gorgeous spot. There was spots to swim, fish. I'm sure we saw all kinds of fish about yay big. So where there's little ones, I'm sure there's bigger ones. There's all kinds of room down there. You know, you could see where people had little bonfires on the beach and stuff. It was a little difficult to drive into it. If you look at the video, you'll see what I mean. It's pretty difficult to get into, but once you're there, it's a gorgeous spot. I might go back to go fishing or whatever all else, but definitely won't be going back there to find any gold. So those were the locations. We did do 2 high banking videos already. We did one up at the Baptiste with Dream State Prospecting, who just so happens to be in the chat room today. And then we did the Innisfail Bridge, and we did that one with Adventure Works, which is another YouTube channel. So we've done some collaborations. Like I said, we did a collaboration with Dream State Prospecting, and that was a fun day. I don't know if you've seen that, but it's the Baptiste River video. You could tell there was a lot of people where we went. There was a lot of people that have been there before. There were holes and stuff from other people high banking. And Tyson said that there was a honey hole just up a little bit. Maybe we'll go back and see that and check that little honey hole out sometime down in the future. But yeah, go ahead and check that video out. That was pretty good. And the Adventure Works video that we did was right at the Innisfail Bridge. He had a cool little rig. He had it was a wooden high banker that he had built. And it was tiny and light, but geez, that thing captured quite a bit of gold while we were there. I think I captured 0.05 or 0.06 of a gram, and I was there most of the day. I can't remember. You have to go back and check that video, but he got 0.04 for a little bit less time than we were there. So that's even a good little day on that part of the river. But yeah, so where we are looking to do some more collaborations, anybody that wants to come into Alberta, maybe do a little bit of high banking or whatnot, or maybe we'll travel a little bit. You know, you never know. I might get out to BC a couple times. I'm not sure. The budget's a little low. Obviously, we're just under 400 subscribers, which is awesome. You know, we're not making any money on the channel, but that was not the intent. The intent was to basically give information to the community so that they could see where they can pan and get some gold or do whatever, or if they want to review some pay dirts, which we will be doing all these lynch minings in the fall. Quesnel. Yeah, I definitely want to get up to Quesnel. How do you pronounce that? Is it Quesnel? If it is, then give me a thumbs up, or if it's not, give me a thumbs down. But yeah, so we're basically trying to keep everything on a budget here. I do have a few Patreon supporters, and they actually, thanks to them, we were able to go ahead and order these pay dirts for next winter. I do have another order coming from Across the Pond Pay Dirt and another order coming from Klesh Guitars. Don't ask me why it's called Klesh Guitars, but that's what his channel was started. Silent S, thumbs up, Quesnel. All right, so yeah, we're going to try and get out to Quesnel We were asked to go down to the Fraser River with another fella, and we were asked to go down to the Kootenay. So, we'll probably get a little bit out to BC. And I'd like to save those as little adventure videos that we maybe throw out in the wintertime just to break people out of the snow. But yeah. What else? Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. We talked about the GoPro. We talked about the pay dirts. We talked about the different locations that we've been to. And moving forward with the channel, there's a couple things I'm not 100% sure of what we're going to do. There is a small amount of the window of the season where I might be out tracking and hunting instead of goal painting. So I might, I'm not sure, we might save up some videos or do a couple extra videos between now and then so that we can still have some videos of the gold stuff. And we might throw the odd, tracking or hunting video in there. I'm not even sure. I might start another channel for that or figure out how to put it in a different area of this channel. I'm not exactly sure. Now, we were at 300 and some odd, just under 400 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please feel free to do so. Hit that like button, make a comment, turn on your notifications. All that stuff really does help with the channel. I don't really know a whole lot about the algorithm, but all the stuff I read that talks about that stuff, every little one of those things really does help quite a bit. But once we hit 500, we are going to be giving away a pay dirt. We are going to be giving away some t-shirts. I did make some new t-shirts here last week. So we'll be giving a bunch of those away. I do have some pink ones, actually, if you want a pink one instead, as well as my Patreon page. I will put the link in the description of this once I post it as a video, as well as our website. You can always check those out. And that's just another way you can show support. We will be giving away some different things through the Patreon side of things. We got hoodies and coffee cups and stuff like that we just give to our Patreon subscribers. Once they're a subscriber for 3 months, they'll start getting stuff on a regular basis. So that's pretty neat too. And I don't really want to push the Patreon stuff. If you feel that that's something you want to do, then feel free to do that. Go ahead and do it. We do appreciate it, but it's not by any means why I do this. That just kind of helps out with these orders. So I'm still trying to figure out the format of the high bank of videos that we're going to be doing. We'll get out to a location. We'll do some test panning. We'll set up. We'll run a lot of dirt. We'll take our cons back to the house here. We'll run it through the cleanup sluice, which I might have another one of those coming here pretty quick. So we'll be able to do side-by-sides and see which one runs better. And I'm pretty sure the one that this guy's going to send me is going to be way better. But we'll see. And then we'll do the final way out. And I think what we'll try to do is break that down into 2 different videos. We'll do the test panning, setup, and running as one video, which we'll start putting out on Friday. And then on Sunday, we'll do the cleanup sluice, the way out, and the close out of the video. Because it is a lot of work. Like for a 10-minute video, you're looking at, somebody asked me this the other day, so I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. For a 10-minute video, you're looking at about 2 hours of actual filming, probably 4 to 6 hours of editing. And then by the time you post everything, it's probably, I don't know, anywhere from 6 to 10 hours just to do a video. So if I can make it a little bit better for you, that's my goal. But one thing I am crazy excited about, I'm currently on a 27-inch iMac, which was supposed to be the best of the best of the best, but it's an older one, right? We just ordered the brand new iMac 24 with the M1 chip, and from this thing that I've seen on the computer, those things are friggin' phenomenal. I guess from what I understand, like they did a side-by-side comparison. A guy had an iMac Pro, which he paid 11, which was, I don't know if he paid for it, 11,000 for it, but its value, if you were going to go buy it, would be $11,000. And then he bought the base model iMac 24, and he's now using the iMac 24 as his main computer for his YouTube channel. So that's pretty neat. I'm pretty excited about that. Now, I did not get the base model. I did upgrade the RAM, and I also upgraded the GPU, the graphics processing unit, because I am going to be using it for editing. So with the camera upgrade for the GoPro for the field stuff, and we're running the Canon SL3 for our studio camera, and then the new computer, and we got a couple more little doodads and gadgets for the computer. I'm kind of hoping that we'll be able to pop out some major awesome videos. One thing I did notice, I was using iMovie on this iMac, the older iMac that I have, and the video quality is more like 780 instead of 4K or 1080p, or is it 720? Well, whatever. It doesn't matter. There's a lot of graininess in the videos. When I download it from the computer or from the camera to the computer, it is crisp. They're gorgeous videos. It's just for some reason when I get it into iMovie, it really kind of lowers the quality of the film. So that's my own fault. I haven't done a whole lot of research on how to do that properly. But what we're going to do is we're going to kind of do some online courses with the video editing. I'm not sure if I can get DaVinci Resolve for iMac. I'm not huge on paying for all these programs, because I do go through computers quite a bit. And once I get used to a program, I like to stick with it. I just want to kind of get onto one program, take a few courses on it, and get good at that. Again, I hadn't even considered being on YouTube before January of this year. But I was sitting around the house and I'm like, I got to do something. And I enjoy it. So I just want to get better at it. And I think if you look at the first couple of videos that we did compared to the videos that we're doing now, I think we've improved quite a bit. We will get better as we go, and we can upgrade our equipment a little bit. And some of the content will get better as well once I get a little better at, being on the side of the camera, which I'm not really used to. Excuse me.